Greetings to everyone. So today we are going to deal with electrochemistry, that is unit 3. So electrochemistry consists of electrochemical cells, electrochemical series, types of electrodes, batteries, and then noise depletion. So there are some terms and definitions which we need to know about electrochemistry. So first of all, what is electrochemistry? The branch of science which deals with the interconversion of electrical energy and chemical energy is called as electrochemical cell. Then conductor is substance which allows the current to pass through it. So conductors can be of two types, metallic and electrolytic. The metallic conductor is substances which conduct electricity by electrons. Electrolytic conductor which conducts through ions. Then conductance is reciprocal of resistance, or the property of a substance which allows the current to pass through it is also called as conductance. And C is equal to 1 by electropotential. The tendency of metal to lose or gain electrons is called as electropotential. Now there is a reflection spot for you all. That is, you have to remember the Ohm's law and give me the examples of all the conductors. Next, single electrode potential. It is the potential of a half cell of an electrochemical cell. Then standard electrode potential, as the word indicates standard, so you have to maintain some conditions. That is, at 1 atmosphere pressure, 25 degrees centigrade temperature, and 1 molar concentration of ions in the electrolyte. So the potential difference between the two electrodes is called as electromotive force. Now coming to electrochemical cell. So the interconversion of chemical energy and electrical energy. So it is classified into two types, galvanic cell and electrolytic cell. So galvanic cell is the galvanic cell is a cell which converts chemical energy to electrical energy. And electrolytic cell is in which electrical energy is converted to chemical energy. Now coming to galvanic cell. So definition just I told you. So principle is it is based on spontaneous redox reaction. So redox reaction, as you know, reduction and oxidation, which occurs simultaneously. Okay. So description of the apparatus is it consists of two half cells and a solid dish. Each half cell further consists of a metallic electrode dipped into an electrolytic solution. Okay. So when we go to a diagram, then you can understand it. So zinc rod dipped in zinc sulfate solution, copper rod dipped in copper sulfate solution, and this salt bridge is dipped in these two electrolytic solutions. Okay, and these two electrodes are connected with a voltmeter. So there is an anode, there is a cathode. Okay, so the when zinc is dipped in zinc sulfate solution, zinc undergoes oxidation to form Zn2 plus 2 electrons. And these two electrons are taken up by the Cu plus 2 ions of the copper sulfate solution and form Cu. Okay. So E cell is equal to E naught cathode minus E naught anode. That is, these are the values which are given the standard potential values. So you are going to get around 1.1 volts. Okay. So chemical energy is getting converted to the electrical energy. Okay. So that is parts of galvanic cell are anode, cathode, salt bridge. So what is the role of the salt bridge here? What does this salt bridge does? So it maintains the electrical neutrality between these two electrolytic solutions because Zn2 plus ions will be more in the solution, right? So it donates its negative ions to this. Whereas in this copper sulfate ions, sulfate ions will be more and copper ions gets reduced to copper, right? So it donates its positive ions to this solution. So that is why it maintains electrical neutrality between the two electrolytic solutions. Now coming to Nernst equation. So Walther H. Nernst was a German physicist, received Nobel Prize in 1920 in recognition of his work in thermochemistry. Okay? So he was the one who gave the equation to calculate the cell potential. So E cell is equal to E naught minus RT by NF ln Q. So these are the terms which are used to. Then you have, when you simplify it, you'll get E is equal to E naught minus 0.0592 by N log 10. Okay. So there are some applications of it. That is, main thing is to calculate the cell potential or standard electrode potential values. And this is a solved problem, and there is a problem for homework also, and it is also solved. Okay. Right. Now coming to electrolytic cell. So it involves conversion of electrical energy into chemical energy. For example, if we take molten NaCl solution. So molten NaCl, we have anode, we have cathode, right? It is connected to a battery. We are applying electric energy here. So what happens? This cathode becomes negative, anode becomes positive. Okay. So this negative, so sodium chloride gets ionized. So sodium ions move towards its respective electrode and chloride ions move to its respective electrodes. So what is happening here is 2 sodium plus electron gives sodium. That is, sodium is undergoing reduction and chloride ions are undergoing oxidation. So oxidation is occurring at the anode and reduction is occurring at the cathode. But the signs are different. That's all. Okay. So the products what you are getting are sodium metal and chlorine gas. So reflection spot is, please tell me what happens if we use aqueous NaCl, right? So here water is going to be involved. So you may get the products as sodium, water, or sodium metal, hydrogen gas, chlorine or oxygen gas at the end. And these are the equations. And the diagram of aqueous NaCl, electrolytic cell. Then these are some differences between galvanic cell and electrolytic cell. If you want, you can use these videos for the reference. And there is a small quiz also. You can do it. Thank you.